What's up, dudes? Lady dudes? What am I doing with myself? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today I'm doing another kind of ban list video, but it's a little different. This time I'm just going over everything that I think can come off the ban list. Last time I did stuff that needs to go on the ban list. This time I'm doing everything that I think can come off, and we're pretty much going to go through the whole list, but I'm going to go pretty quick. I'm not going to talk too much about everything, but I guess I say that in every video, and every video ends up being like 20 minutes, so you know how the struggle is. Anyway, let's just jump right into it, and we're just going to work our way down straight from the top. So first up, we have Astrograph Sorcerer. This card I think should probably stay for now. The problem is with Electromite available to Pendulums, even at 1, you can almost like search any single Pendulum monster you play. So even Pendulum monsters at 1, if they're still that powerful, they still can be abused in Pendulum. So I'm going to say no for Astrograph right now. Yeah. Blackwing, go for the Vague Shadow. Absolutely not. A card that gives you 3 link materials, turn 1 without using your normal summon, busted, gone. Nope, 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 nope. Right. Then we have Blaster, the Dragon Ruler of Infernos, and so I've heard a lot of this because when the Wind Dragon Ruler came off the list in the OCG, it made a lot of people think that maybe we'll get Dragon Rulers back in the TCG. We also have Guard Dragons coming up, so that may be another thing where they want to release, some Dragon Rulers for. And as far as the Dragon Rulers go, Blaster seems to be the most fair. The other ones, one is like what, a Foolish Burial, just like a generic Foolish Burial. One is like a Monster Reborn, and another one is, I can't remember what the other one is. But as far as I remember, and it's been a while since I checked, Blaster is the most fair. So if any of them come off the list, I'm going to say Blaster. Give us Blaster, leave the rest. Blaster is pretty fair to me, unless I'm missing something here. So then we have Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. If this card has the errata, 100% come back. If we don't get the errata, leave it. Nope. You can't. No way. Cyber Jar. So this card is... maybe it could come off just because it's a flip effect, and like, if your opponent sets something, a lot of people are just going to try and pop it. Like, if you're only a fool if you try to attack into like a set monster, you know what I mean, like that. So probably could come off the ban list. I don't know. I mean, we've seen what, Morphing Jar off the ban list, and it hasn't done anything yet. So it could probably maybe. Cyberstein, absolutely not. Life points don't matter. Like, I keep playing cards like Solemns and stuff, and Ties of the Brethren in certain decks, and people are like, yeah, but that's a lot of life points you've been paying. I was like, it doesn't matter, because I blew you out. Like, I paid some life points, and you didn't deal me life points for the rest of the duel, because those cards were so powerful. So I'm going to say no to Cyberstein. Dandelion, absolutely not. Too good, especially when Aromatherapy Jasmine comes out. This card is just too abusable. If you can create that many tokens turn 1 without even really like doing anything, without like any restrictions, I mean, is like too bad. That's why Scapegoat is okay, because you have to wait a turn. It's so slow. That like that's the compromise that, and also people have your opponent has a chance to out Scapegoat, forcing your tokens out, and then they can actually like snipe off a couple tokens before it gets back to your turn. So Scapegoat's much more balanced than this card. Jhin, the Releaser of Rituals, absolutely not. We have all this Necroz support, we have all this Incantation support. Jhin, Releaser of Rituals, absolutely cannot come off the list. Double Iris Magician, to me, Double Iris doesn't seem too bad. I mean, it's a solid card, but I don't know, looking it over, it doesn't seem terrible, but also like Pendulum is like easily the most abused mechanic of all time, like a game mechanic of all time, so you have to be very careful of what cards you leave for that. So I think maybe, I don't know enough about Pendulums. I'm not the biggest Pendulum fan, archetype wise. It's just all of them, except for like very few instances, but yeah. Fiber Jar kind of goes together with like what, Cyber Jar, like it's a flip effect, so meh, right, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check on that. I don't want to say, aren't all the Jar cards flip effects? Yeah, it's a flip. Each player shuffles all cards from their hand, field, and graveyard back into the deck, then draws 5 cards. I mean, it's like powerful, but it's still a flip effect. Like, you still have to set it and probably leave it until your whole next turn, or your opponent foolishly attacks into it. So, nah, I'm not worried about that. Fishborg Blaster, apparently this card was obscenely broken. I don't know that much about it, so I'm going to say no for now. Level Eater, no, absolutely not. Magical Scientist, no, absolutely not, unless it gets an errata. I mean, but any card that's banned, like, can you just get an errata and be changed? Magispector Unicorn Kirin, this card is too obscenely powerful. This card is like, it's too good. It's too good. I wish, I don't even know what I wish. Like, even, like, it's just untargetable, indestructible by card effect, and it's just like a pretty much a walking compulsory evacuation device, has a nice low scale. Like, it's too good. It's too good. We can't even give this card at 1, I feel like. It's too good. Makira the Destructor. The whole thing that makes trap cards not broken is that they're slow. We can't have a card that can just abuse that. This would be played in like so many just like stun decks where they don't have to worry about like back row removal and stuff. So I'm going to say no for Makira. Masterpiece, the true Draco Slaying King, absolutely not. We saw what this kid did, we saw what this card did, and it absolutely terrorized the game. Maxie, this is like probably the most controversial card on this entire list. I don't know, because I never played with Maxie, and I've only played without it, so we see it does pretty good things in the OCG, helping, you know, slow down combo decks and stuff, but so I don't know. I'm torn on it because it is kind of like busted, but fair at the same time. I don't know how I feel about this card. Mind Master. I don't even know what this card is. We're going through the whole thing. What do you do, Mind Master? Oh. You can pay 800 life points, attribute a psychic type monster, except for himself, to special summon a level 4 lore psychic. I mean, it does special summon straight from the deck. I'm guessing that's why they banned him. I'm sure there were some combos that were pretty abusable. Just special summoning any psychic straight from the deck. That's always, you know, pretty tough. Morphing Jar number 2. Another Morphing Jar, same situation with the flip effects. Powerful, but there's still flip effects nonetheless, so not sure. Formapole, Plush Fire, no. Monkey Board, no. Skullcrobat Joker, maybe can come back to 1. I mean, again, I don't know a ton about you know, Pendulum decks, but this card seems to be definitely more fair than Monkey Board. I don't think we can have Monkey Board or probably Flush Fire, but Joker, maybe he can come back. Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis, absolutely not. Leave that card off the ban list forever. Any card that has to do with FTKs, nope, gone. Redox Dragon Ruler, I just said how I feel about it. Nope for the other ones, but yes for Blaster. Samsara Lotus, again, another FTK card. Shuret probably will come off the ban list. We see the reprints coming in dual power. We see all the incantation support. We're probably going to see it come off, and it probably can. I mean, we've seen the OCG it come off, and now like the deck is still done like literally nothing. Subtitoad, absolutely not. This card is so busted. But it's busted, but like, what if Frogs just got 1 copy of this card? Would it be that busted? I'm not sure. I mean, obviously it turbos you into Swap, and Swap is literally like your most powerful card in your whole deck, in your whole main deck at least. Toad. Yeah, probably not. But I'm curious how abusable it would be just at 1 here. Tempest, yep, nope. Tyrant Neptune, nope. Title, nope. Tribe Affecting Virus. I actually think this card can come off the ban list as well. Just being a board wipe. But like we see, we have Raigeki, we have Dark Hole, we have Black Rose. We have so many cards in the game that like can already just wipe boards like that. Not to mention, this card doesn't even wipe a board guarantee. You have to call a monster. Is it type? So if your opponent has a board with different typed monsters, you're not even going to get rid of all of them, and you have to discard a card. So like, I think this card can 100% come off the list. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe there's something I'm missing there, but it just seems underpowered compared to some of the cards we still have in our game. So, True King Litho Sagem, the Disaster. Maybe this card can come back in 1, but absolutely not in multiples, because just having the capability to summon more than 1 with like diagram searching it out and stuff is like too good. You can't just steal stuff from your opponent's action deck. It's messed up. It's actually wrong. This is just like an unfair win condition. So maybe not. Actually, I'm going to say leave this on the ban list. Shouldn't be able to do that. Victory Dragon, yeah, shouldn't be a win condition. Yatagarasu, it needs to attack direct to really work, and I'm not sure how easy that would be with how fast people can, like how many monsters people can put on the board these days. So I don't know. Maybe, but I doubt it. Elshadal Construct should probably just come off the list. Everybody's been wondering where it is, why it's still on the list. It should probably come off by now. I'm going to say, yeah, give us Construct. Absolutely not for Norden. Nope, not with Instant Fusion. Nope, nope, nope. Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom. So this card was obviously part of an FTK earlier in 2018. I'm going to say the only way this card would be able to come off the ban list is if you ban Nightingale instead, because they can't exist together. Absolutely not. But I think this card is cool and actually could have a place in Pendulums, whereas, like, Nightingale is going to have a place in any deck, like, other than an FTK, so you might as well just ban Nightingale and leave this card, because it actually does some cool things. Firewall Dragon. No. Goblin. Nightmare Goblin. Ha, hoo, hoo, hoo. No. Exit Fairy Dragon, probably not. This is a little more controversial, but just being able to generically search any field spell via monster is like, it just doesn't rely on like what you draw anymore. Like Destrudo makes this card super abusable. There are certain field spells. I mean, we have that new Lockdown field spell coming out in Dark Neostorm. I'm going to say no to Ancient Fairy Dragon. I know it's a cool card. I actually like it a lot. It also, you know, special summons from hand. Is it special from hand? I want to say it's from hand, but yeah, I'm going to say no for Fairy Dragon. I don't think it's good yet, or maybe ever. We just keep seeing field spells that search too. So like literally, it's not even just a +1; it's a +2. You literally search a field spell, and then that field spell searches. So Fairy ends up being like a +2 off that, and yeah, that's too much. Too much for just a generic 7. Danglong. I know the OCG has Danglong, but the TCG is some other beast when it comes to just abusing cards like this. And it's too generic. I don't know. I'm going to say Danglong. Let me just see. Let me see. So let me get one last read on this card before we know. Let's see. If this card is special summon, add a Yang Zing card from your deck to your hand. Once returning, you can send a Worm monster from your deck to the graveyard. This card level becomes a monster. If this card on the field leaves the field, generically special summon a Yang Yang straight from the deck. Oh, yeah. So what it is like the materials. If this card can be made with like only Yang Zing tuner or something, then I'd be down for it. Because it's so generic, I'm actually going to say no on this card. It's too much advantage you get off one card. Another controversial card is Daigusto Emerald. And I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say we can bring back Daigusto Emerald. It's not obscenely overpowered like what it does. So like you shuffle 3 from your graveyard back into your deck to draw 1, or you special a normal monster from grave. 1, it's a generic rank 4 Xyz. But what decks play enough level 4s to where they can make this? Not even that many decks. That's not how these decks go. I mean, Altergeist, all different level. Sky Striker, level 4, but they don't want anything in the main monster zone, and they don't want Daigusto Emerald clogging their extra deck, or clogging their extra monster zone. Thunder Dragons can't make it. Trickstars can only make it with multiple Candinas, and they don't really want to do that. Yeah, this card like just doesn't even work with like so many archetypes out there. So I think Daigusto Emerald is a go. Lavalval Chain, no. MX Evoker, no. No. Especially from deck, too good. Shockmaster, absolutely not. Ptolemaeus, absolutely not. Wind-Up Care is Zenmighty, maybe. I mean, we do have a lot of hand traps going around, so Zenmighty's not as powerful, and Wind-Ups have literally done absolutely nothing. So maybe Zenmighty can come back, but what do I know? Zodiac Broad Bull and Dryden. We're going to do them both at the same time. So I think Dryden can actually come back to 3, straight up. But Broad Bull should definitely stay on the list at probably maybe 1. I'm curious what would happen at 1, because you use it and it's gone, more or less, until you use like combo to shuffle it back. So I'm curious what that would do. Dryden, though, I think could straight up come to 1 or come to 3, because the biggest problem with trying to play Zodiacs nowadays is that the Zodiacs don't do anything. They just get you to a monster that may be kind of big and may banish something when it battles it, and that's it. You need like some kind of something, right? So I think Dryden is good because it's a cool, but it's not like an insanely busted disruption. It's not like I'm just like wiping boards. You're just popping 1 card. So I think Dryden is a go. Butterfly Dagger Elma. I don't even know what this card. Dagger Elma. What? Oh. The equip monster gains 300. When this card is destroyed in the graveyard equip, you can return this card to the hand. So I guess it's kind of like Phoenix Blade. We should ban Phoenix Blade if we have this card, honestly, though. Card of safe return, probably not. Change of Heart, absolutely not. Chicken Game, probably not. It's just a little too not fair. It's a little too just like not, I don't know, something's wrong with it. Cold Wave, no. Confiscation, no. Delinquent Duo, no. Dimension Fusion, no. Giant Trunade probably could come off the ban list, but because we have Hatronade, I doubt it ever will. Graceful Charity, no. Harpy's Feather Duster, probably not. We see it in the OCG, but this card's just so sacky, especially right now. We just have a ton of cards that actually do play, or a good amount of decks that do play a decent amount of back row, and this card is just like an auto win against those decks. You play Altergeist going second, and you drop this, you probably just win the duel. Heavy Storm, kind of the same way. So both those. No Kaiser Coliseum. That might be the most busted card on this list, other than, where is he at? Painful Choice. Last Will, no. Mass Driver, probably no. FTKs. Metamorphosis. I don't know how abusable this card is now, but I'm going to say no for now. Mirage of Nightmare, too strong to draw. Pot of Avarice is an interesting one because you have to get 5 monsters in the grave. But honestly, before Dangers, I probably would have told you maybe Pot of Avarice could come back. But because of Dangers, I'd probably just say straight up no. Because that's so easy with Dangers to put 5 monsters in grave. Yeah, so I'm going to say no. Premature Burial might be able to come back. I mean, I don't know why this card. I mean, it seems like worse Monster Reborn, doesn't it? And we have Monster Reborn, so maybe this card can come back. We should probably leave this card off the list. Don't know what it does, but whatever. Snatch Steal, stealing cards is too powerful. Spellbook of Judgment is like +7 half the time, so no. Super Rejuvenation, I don't even know what that does. Let's look it up. Super Rejuvenation. That's not, alright. Oh, see, I don't know how abusable this is by dragons, but if it is super abusable, especially if they bring rulers off the list, and we do have, you know, guard dragons coming up, I don't know. So I'm going to say leave it for now. The grass looks greener, too broken for what it is. So I'm going to say no. Forceful Sentry, no. Last Turn, no. Return from a different dimension, no. Royal Oppression, no. No. No, 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 no. The trap cards are solid. These trap cards are here for a good reason. And I don't even want to do the other stuff, man. See, all these seem pretty good. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Either Stratos, Exodia. I mean, could Stratos come back at more? I mean, heroes don't do anything. Whatever. Honestly, Grinder Girl might even be able to be banned. I play it in Lair, and it actually is too good. Insector stuff could probably come off the ban list. Terratop, I mean, I'm sure you've heard that, but I think it just makes it too playable in like any deck as just like a free 2 monsters. Rat Pier is another good one. I think if like there's no Broad Bull, why not just play Rat Pier? In today's game, it's not. I don't think it's that broken. If you bring Rat Pier, you can put Rat Pier and Dry into 3, leave Broad Bull on the list, and I still don't think Zodiacs would be like that busted at all. Do nothing super. I mean, Conahawk can definitely come off. I mean, we've seen the OCG that they have it, and it doesn't do anything. Hero Lives, Card Destruction, Chain Strike, Dark Hulk probably come back. Gateway of the 6, Monster Gate, Monster Reborn, 1-for-1, Pantheism, Raigeki Reasoning. No, everything else here looks pretty good. Maybe you could put like a Skill Drain on, like all the way on the ban list. Card's pretty busted. I don't know. Nah, it's probably fine. But yeah, there you go. That's everything. And what I think can come off of this list and what cannot come off the list, absolutely. There's a lot of stuff that can't come off, but there are a few things that I do think definitely can for our game here, and it would just add to the versatility of our whole metagame and everything. So let me know, guys. Let me know if you specifically disagree with anything I said here. Let me know if there's what the one card is. If you could have any one card that's forbidden come off, what would it be? That's what I'm curious about. Just keep in mind how obscenely busted it would be if you want Pot of Greed. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we got more news, deck profiles in the works, you know, and then discussion videos as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and peace.